link for
Are we live yet?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're live.
Sticker in there.
Sweet home Alabama.
Alright, we are.
Country road, take me home.
We are live.
Alright, we
To
got
the place
Let me
where
try
I
to find
belong.
one thing real quick.
Why can't I see the screen? What's going on with
It's got all of us in shot there.
it? Oh, it's kind of dark in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Maybe
want to
hit
hit the
that
light
light a
again.
little bit. Yeah. Much better.
Okay. Alright, so we got Hamid is in here. What's up,
all right?
Hamid?
Oh, man, what's up, man?
Hamid is first. We got Wild West Wash
Wild West.
Services. He says I'm here.
Good
Wild
truth
West.
seeker, bro. Truth
Truth
seeker.
seeker.
Truth Seeker.
Wild West is always on the spot, brother. Always.
Shit, yeah. I'm about to share this out on my thing. Billy, you want to talk about our experience with Southeast?
Yeah, definitely.
Tighten that up a little bit.
Are we still on, Jacob?
Yo.
Watch that tree.
Alright, you guys, there's a lot going on right now. Just bear with us.
Watch that tree.
They're not stabilized. Okay.
Just watch that tree in front of us.
Okay, we're good. We're in frame stabilized.
All right.
Okay.
Did we hurt anybody?
I don't think so.
All right. So what we trying to do? You making a post on yours now?
Yeah, so, yeah.
So Forever Self-Employed is making a post on his channel that we're going live. We're going to just see how many people we can get. We might get 5, we might get 50. We don't know yet.
Right. So yeah, Mr. Billy, tell them about our experience with Southeast Softwash.
Oh yeah, man, great. All around a good experience. We had a lot of rain coming up, so that's something we can't control. But I wish that would have been a little different. That part of Alabama we was in, we're actually still in Alabama now. But I think we're about 30 miles north of Mobile.
41 miles.
41 miles north of Mobile. So way out in the middle of nowhere from what I can tell, but it was absolutely beautiful country. The views were beautiful. The people we ran into were super pleasant. Sometimes when we work in these big cities like New Orleans, and y'all might could speak to this too, sometimes these big cities, people just pass by. They're so busy with their life trying to make it. It's no hello. Everybody we ran into here in Alabama so far has been absolutely great. Hotel we stayed at, couldn't ask for a better staff there. They were just great with us. We stayed right there in Auburn at Holiday Inn. Shout out to them. They did a wonderful job accommodating us at the last minute. So that was awesome. So we got in there to Southeast Softwash facility this morning. He has a really cool facility. And
Yep. There you go.
Alright, we're good.
yeah, okay, you got it now. So yeah, there we go.
It's a delicate process, boys. Bear with me.
Watch that tree.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got in at Southeast Softwash this morning. I guess a little after 10:15 a.m. this morning Central Time. He had a class going in. We kind of looked around a little bit. It's about an hour drive from Auburn up to his shop. Real nice place. He's got it going on there. He's really been blessed to find that spot. Beautiful area, a lot of room he has. So that's where he can grow his business and put out just fantastic pieces of equipment. We got our skid in the back of the truck. We gave it a once over. Very impressed with the quality of build on it. Really can't ask for another better piece of equipment. I didn't even price shop, to be honest with you. It didn't matter as long as we got a good skid. And we'll definitely give the business to Southeast because I know he's a fella just like us. Real good guy. So
Damn, it's leaning now.
yeah, it's leaning a little bit. So we
Here, just move this thing over. So,
There you go.
they're gonna get it straight one way or the other. Yeah.
yep, just like
Is that it?
Hey, let's get some thumbs up in here for the technical difficulties for us trying to make it work. We appreciate it.
And Jacob's got to watch these trees.
We give a shout out to some people in here if you're cool with that.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Billy.
go ahead.
So we got Have Faith Pressure Washing, Wild West is in here, Hamid is in here.
Yes.
We
Have
got
faith.
Logan, he says, what up?
What's up, Logan? What's up, man? Where you been at?
TJ's Life is Pie. How the
TJ.
hell y'all doing?
Great, man. We're doing good, but hungry though.
Hungry, yeah, we need a sandwich.
I need a sandwich.
Daniel C says, sup, fellas?
What's up, man? We need to find a Sonic, get us a burger.
We got Southeast Softwash in the house, baby.
Southeast Softwash, what's up, brother?
Yeah, man. What is going on?
So we got down there. Cody had a class going in. We walked in on a class, disturbed it real quick. But they even asked me on the way back, they was like, what do you think about his class? Actually, I was more impressed seeing it in person than, hearing about it, that sort of stuff. Got a real good class going on, and the material he went over was things that would take you 5, 6, 7 years to learn on your own,
Right.
after a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So if you need a Softwash class in person, definitely give him a thumbs up. It's worth the drive, because if you think, even if you're a few hours away, if you messed up one person's house, that might be 3 days of extra work for you. So go see that class. Keep some of the mistakes from happening. It's not a guarantee that you're not going to make a mistake, but I think it can definitely cut down on a bunch of them. What you think, Jacob?
Oh, for sure. And, we had a blast being out there in the field, watching Cody instruct the class and, just seeing it in the flesh, like what he's teaching and like actually cleaning a roof on site. That was, it's pretty fun, man. Like,
Yeah.
Cody says Justin looks like Orlando Bloom in Pirates of the Caribbean. James Mamon.
That's it.
That's a pretty good one, bro. I love it.
So we did our classroom time. Of course, we was just everybody was interacting. It was a really fun spirit in the class. Good vibe. Went and grabbed some lunch at, what was the name of that place? It was great.
Gidney's.
Yeah.
Grabbed some lunch, and it was on Cody. Cody, thanks for the lunch.
I forgot to thank
Got
Cody
to
for
say-
the lunch, man.
Yeah.
I barely got to eat. Aaron was calling me.
Aaron Parker.
Yeah.
We got to bring Aaron next time. But so yeah, then we went from lunch out to the field. Just kind of see these little pumps in action. I was extremely impressed with the distance he got on his the way he has his rig configured. I've built several of these units myself, and I've got about maybe 2/3 of the distance he was getting today. So he's got that little niche down where he can get the distance on it. So I think it's definitely worth the money you're going to drop on his units, because that distance can keep you from having to get on that roof or climb ladders. So it can save you many hours each week by having your rig configured by a professional, someone that knows their stuff inside and out. Yeah, so overall, it was a great experience. We're going to get other equipment from them coming up. I looked at a trailer that they build. I sniffed around that trailer. I think the trailer was put together top notch. That may be something we're going to get with him in the next few months. Maybe get another trailer on the road, because we're working in Hammond, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and oftentimes we run 2 shifts a day for weeks and weeks at a time. And we could probably bring on some new guys pretty soon, get them trained out, get them on the road with their own trailer, and start bringing in revenue from different sources like that.
Right, absolutely. So we got a couple of shout outs to give. Jonathan Hall, he says, what up, fellas? Shouts out to Mr. Billy. He's the realest.
Thank you, sir.
David Outlaw says, hey guys.
What's up, David?
Anthony Rivera says, hoping y'all are going to be a special guest at Wash-A-Thon 2.0.
Yeah, that'd be nice if we can make it.
We got Hamid, Logan. I finally bought an 8 gallon per minute pressure washer. Says, have faith pressure washing.
Yep. Oh, the 8 gallons. Yeah, 8 gallons are really good, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of flat work.
Absolutely. And I also dropped a vlog on the on my channel, Forever Self-Employed. If you guys want to check that out, kind of see a little bit of the behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the whole trip to and from. Yep, hotel, everything.
It was kind of cool. We haven't made it back yet, but hopefully everything goes good.
Yeah, no.
Be Clean House Washing says, hey Billy.
Hey man, how's it going? Be clean, be clean. Yep, that's a good name. Be clean.
Be clean.
Be clean. You gotta be clean.
Is it spelled B-E-E or just B-E?
Just B. Just the letter B.
Oh, just the letter B.
B-clean.
That's nice. That's nice.
Right. So, yeah, if you guys got any questions, go ahead and throw it in the chat. I'm going to be reading them out. Yep. Mr. Billy's like the question man. Like, if you got anything.
It could be technical, marketing.
Could be life questions.
Be girlfriend questions. I can answer that. No, what I've done over the years, in 26 years in this industry, I took it on myself to study human psychology. So dealing with our customers, dealing with husband-wife teams where, You got the husband that wants the stuff, but the wife's the budget manager. And over the years, you just learn these little sales tactics to work. So most of the questions I get is, how do we sell? How do we convert so many of them? And really, it takes practice. You know, you take a swing at that ball dozens of times a month, and you find the ones that you can connect with, and you just keep repeating them.
Right. So we got a couple other people. Logan says, I'm buying that course tomorrow. LOL, tired of spending so much for leads. I'm not sure which one he's talking about. He might be one of my...
Yeah, either one. Yeah.
My course or your course.
Yeah, I always tell guys, look, try to get as much of that information you can. Look, if you can go see Cody's class, do that. If you can get the local domination course, do that.
Right.
If you can buy some of our sign tactics, our dumpster route stuff, our parking lot striping, do that, because all it is ammo for you to go out and make tens of thousands of dollars a month. I know they keep wanting me to say how much I make a month. I'm gonna go ahead and say it here in a second, but I will say this up first. It's not all profit, and it's a lot of hard work, and it took us about 15 years of steady grinding to get here. But overall, we usually do anywhere between $90,000 and $115,000 a month in business. Again, that's not all profit. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less, but that's a good gauge that you can get to at some point. I don't know if I'm at the top, if I can do more. I feel like I could probably do more with another crew, but I'm just really asking myself, is it really worth it? So a lot of guys ask me that, how much are we doing? Last week, I think we did about $50,000 in business, and it was a hard week, wouldn't you say, Jacob?
Yeah, it was relentless, to say the least.
And he said he wore out a pair of shoes in 7 days.
Man, I ought to just hang them on a plaque. I mean, I wore through the soles, through the lining of the shoe, like
Through the gills.
yeah. I got some new shoes. I mean, that's a consumable like any other thing we use, like Southern Draw or anything. Use materials on the
But
job.
my point is, if you want to even get to a fraction of those numbers, you're going to have to take these classes. It's so hard doing it on your own, walking up that ladder by yourself. And these classes, like the class Cody puts on, the local domination, and even give Aaron Parker, you listen to him. Look, these guys don't have to get on camera and do this. They're really not getting much for it, if anything at all. And this is somebody that's taking that walk with you. Even though it might be in video form, they taking that walk with you. Some of this knowledge is very, very valuable.
Right. Hamid says, I'm looking to buy a painting company to start parking lot striping. Your thoughts, Billy?
Depending on demographics, usually that is a good move. I don't know, does he mean he's buying somebody out, or?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's just interested in getting in the parking lot striping business.
Yeah, usually I'm not a fan of buying somebody else out. Sometimes you are getting some good stuff, but also you may be buying out some bad things too. I know that happened to a gentleman kind of totally out the industry. It was in the AC industry, but it was service industry. He bought this company out, and he didn't realize he had a couple hundred customers over the past 10 years that wasn't so happy. Now, he had thousands of customers that were, but as we all know, bad news travels free and fast. So if you're going to buy somebody out, be extremely careful. I'm more of a fan of just building your own business from the bottom up, and you can take pride in every step of the way. If you fail, it's your fault. If you succeed, it's your fault. So you have no one to blame it on, just from the bottom up, roots up. That's the way I usually do it.
Yeah, let them reviews reflect who you are.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Be Clean says, forever, I've been watching your stuff lately and I love your stuff. Thank you, Be Clean. I appreciate you. We had a question up here. David Outlaw says, is there a huge difference between 4,000 PSI and 4,400 PSI?
No, not too much of a difference. Anything over 3,000 PSI, you're probably not going to be using unless you're in a surface cleaner. But that 4,000 PSI
Potential spam.
Who's that called? Are we back on?
Yeah, we're back live.
All right, good. Sorry about that, guys. 4,000 400 psi is not going to make that difference. Maybe if you was trying to put that 400 footer hose on there, it might make a little bit of difference, but most guys are going to be in that 100 to 200 range of pressure hose, so you should never miss the 400 psi.
Not to mention a lot of service cleaners are rated for 4,000 psi. Do you think that 400 psi
That's
would make
true.
a big difference?
Probably not. Just 200 psi per tip. And if it's a 3-tip, you're only looking at 125 psi or so,
Right.
130 psi. Probably not that big of a difference. But bringing up surface cleaners, usually if you get a surface cleaner with a 2-tip bar, it's going to be 1502s. I would recommend, you can try those 1502s, but I also would maybe get some 2502.5s. And what that does, it widens out the angle a little bit, lets a little more flow through it. That way you won't eat up your concrete so bad.
GoBro says, so you and Jacob are going to race, right? His truck will cut off at the start line.
Yeah, that's right. Now, that Tundra I have, Justin here's got a Tundra with a V8. My Tundra has a V6. It has trouble getting out of its own way. So, but I will say the thing rides and drives great. It rides like a Cadillac.
Somebody said, Justin, are you related to Pro Hennis? Y'all know who that is?
I know who that is. Pro Hennis.
I don't know who that is.
I've never heard of that.
I don't
in my
think
life.
so. I don't know who that is. So, let's see what else we got. I'm still trying to figure out how to get back into the dumpster site. Dirty House Thug.
Yeah, you probably need to check your email and look for your username and password. They tell me the password is case sensitive. If that doesn't work, give me a text or something tomorrow. Of course, we're going to be on the road all night. So, yeah, give me a text over the weekend. I'll see if I can get that fixed up for you.
So Hamid says that the painting company that he was talking about buying is a 20-year-old company with $900,000 in sales. He said the owner is awesome and has integrity, and the team would stay with him.
If you depending on how much equipment he's selling with it, know that painting equipment 6 months old is old equipment. You just tread very carefully. Maybe it's a good deal, but maybe not. I wouldn't get emotionally tied to the purchase. Don't let the gentleman personality sell you the company. Make sure you're looking at the books. Make sure you're looking at the books going back at least 36 months. That would give you a good track record. And also bring in a professional to look at those books. Unless you are a trained CPA, people cook books all the time. We've heard about it for years. Just be very careful. Not to say nothing about this gentleman, but just in general, you want to make very well sure if you're going to be purchasing a company, what all you're getting, and are you going to have employee retention? You buy this company, the guys can say, hey, we're going to stick around, but look, it's a free country. They all can leave the next day. And also, if you buy this company, you would want to sign a new do not compete agreement with the new owner, so he can't restart his business up right next door. Without that do not compete agreement, the next day he can go get a brand new company up and running with his reputation and steal all your business from you. Not to say that's going to ever happen, but you need to bring an attorney into it and a CPA, and if they say it's a green light, then you're probably good. But if they say no, don't let your emotions get tied into buying this company. Really take the professional opinion and act upon that. Y'all would have anything to add to that? Or?
I think that's smart. I agree completely.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Have Faith Pressure Washing wants to know, I got a potential customer asking, do I accept credit cards to do pressure washing jobs? What's your take on it?
Most of those are scams. If it's not a local number and the customer cannot meet you there, then just block the number, delete it. If it is a real customer, you know it's a real customer, do take their credit card. Some credit card companies charge you like a little processing fee, about a 3%, I believe. We tend to use Square. We like Square. It's very easy. You can send links for people to pay. They can check out online, but just make sure it's not one of these things where some of these scams out there where someone call you, wants you to take a credit card, and let's say you give them a bid for $1,000 to wash the house. They would say, well, we're going to pay you $2,000 for you to keep an extra $500, but give this other guy another $500. None of that is legit. what they're going to do is just drain your bank account. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but they can. So make sure the customer is there.
It's a big pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it's a big pyramid scheme. A lot of times these addresses they send you to go look at a house is a house that's for sale or vacant. That you look, if it smells bad, just run from it. You know what a real customer sounds like and talks like. They usually eager to look to find you locally, you know, and they'll come out and visit you on the job sites and stuff like that. Some of these other schemes, the guys are saying, hey, I'm in a hospital with cancer, I can't make it out there, but the house needs to be washed. All of that, just run from it.
Right. Let's see, TJ's Life is Pie says, man, forever, he's saying that I don't like him because he said the Ford would spank the Tundra.
Well, tell him one thing. I've got a Nissan that'll blow the doors off a brand new 5.0 Coyote.
Ooh, damn, skip it, boy. That's a 5.0 Coyote.
Hey, look, I'm going to be 46 years old here in about a month. As long as a vehicle gets me from point A to point B,
that's all you need.
and I got heat and air conditioner and seat belts, I'm good. I don't care how fast it'll go in a 0 to 60.
H2O Home Improvement says, Billy, how and where should I practice parking lot striping before I do a commercial lot?
Man, that's a tough one to do. Parking lot striping is hard to practice. You know, you could get a vacant parking lot, but usually vacant parking lots are owned by somebody. If you have a church, maybe you can practice back in the church, something like that. Parking lot paint is extremely adhesive. It's got bonding agents in it. You spray it on something, it's not coming off for 2 years usually. So be careful what you practice with and where you practice. Some guys are practicing with interior sheetrock paint. That sprays similar to parking lot paint, not exactly, but similar to it. And that sheetrock paint has a lot of chalkiness and limestone or something in it, and it just doesn't adhere to concrete very well.
We're gonna add that in the course.
But you'd have to power wash it off at that. I personally practice with water for a couple weeks before we went on our first job. But there will be a time, there will be a place, there will be a day that you're going to get behind that machine and it's going to have real paint in it, and you're going to be on a real person's parking lot, and you can make a real disaster. And you need to have all your ducks in a row before you get there. Don't rush to that point. Get some training, get some time in behind that machine. Like I said, if you're using just interior sheetrock paint, if you're using basic water, I've seen guys put dye in the water and give them a little bit more visible line on the ground with some red dye or yellow dye or something like that. And there are a couple other little tricks that you can do as well. One other trick is to just tape each side of the parking line, like with about a 1-inch tape on the left, 1-inch tape on the right, and practice that. That kind of gives you a little bit of buffer zone if you get off track. But for the most part, just get really familiar with pushing that machine. We call it dry runs in the industry. I think Jacob learned in about 15 minutes how to stripe.
I remember that first day. I was on the striping
machine. Actually on the channel
at
somewhere
the apartment complex. Yeah, y'all can find that video.
Yep.
And you know, the most important thing is when you first start the line, you got to make sure that machine is in motion, or you're shifting your weight forward before you pull the trigger.
Lunge. It starts with a lunge. You never pull that trigger without the machine in motion.
Yeah.
So it's simultaneous action, dexterity between hand and foot. You pull the trigger at the exact moment you're lunging forward, and then that's when the crap hits the fan, because now you got to keep it straight for 20 feet.
And you look ahead.
And the machines do not track themselves, just like this truck doesn't track itself. You have to make minor adjustments the entire time. The best way I can describe it is you need to be able to look at the paint striking the ground and also look at where the machine is going to go. So it's a tough deal, but once you get the knack of it, it's a good trade to have. You're going to make more money per hour than you made in your life, unless you was just some type of very special craft beforehand. parking lot stripers tend to make anywhere between, I would say, $700 and $1,100 per hour once you get this craft where you're fairly proficient with it. So practice, and there's going to be some times you'll look. That's where the term was created, banana lines, where someone starts out pretty good, they get far to the left, and then they trying to track back to the line, and then you got a big bow in the line. You know, sometimes there's some growing pains, but don't give up. Keep spraying.
I had a comment on my video. Somebody said, how this dude upload a vlog video of the trip and he's not even home yet. I see them live streaming on the trip back right now. He said that hotel must have had some solid internet.
Verizon, baby. I was with Sprint from 2002 to just last year. 18 years. Worst service. I should have divorced them years earlier.
Yeah.
So I got Verizon. It costs a little bit more, but man, it's worth it. You know, I'm sure we kind of out in the middle of nowhere now. This might be kind of spotty, but it's far better than Sprint.
Right. And so Connor Clark says, you guys going to be in North Carolina at all?
No.
Probably not.
Right enough with enough money, we can get there though.
That's right. That's right.
I have access to a plane. I haven't flown lately because of my retinas. So we just drive them. But man, you know what? We can always run down there one day this fall.
That's right. I heard it's really nice in North Carolina. A lot of guys in here are talking about Square because of that question earlier about
cool.
which card reader. You use Square a lot.
I use Square a lot. Some customers want to do PayPal. Of course, y'all know about that. It's email address related. Square's pretty good. Just because it sends them information after they make the payment, that sort of thing. I recently selected a Square payment a couple days ago for almost $2,900. So it's, you know, you can get really high tickets on there as well. Yeah, it's Square, but there's a bunch of other ones out there. I just tend to use Square, and I think it's about it might be a 1% fee. Y'all have to go check it. I'm not sure. 1.5% or something like that.
David Outlaw says, what website would you suggest to buy an XJet?
That's something we're working on. We're going to probably do some equipment sales ourselves, drop shipping, but that's not ready to go right now. If that's something y'all be interested in us starting some small equipment sales, nothing huge, you know, just little knick-knack items, things that we feel that might be important, drop a comment and give us some motivation, because it's a lot of hard work getting it started. But in the time being, Pressure Tech's pretty good. That's spelled T-E-K. Russ with Southside Equipment's pretty good. That's Pressure Wash Products. Lori Smith down there in Clearwater, Florida. She's a phenomenal person to speak to about things about your pressure washer. I believe they sell X-Jetters as well. One thing you want to remember whenever you're buying an X-Jet is make sure you rate that sucker for your machine. I made the mistake last year. I bought an X-Jet for a 4 gallon per minute machine. Obviously, I run 8s. So I didn't even send it back. I just ended up throwing it in the toolbox and running with it. So make sure you get the right X-Jet for your machine output. It's very important.
It looks like Aaron Parker's in here.
Mr. Parker, man.
He said Metro PCS is better, and then he said big money in the truck.
Big money. Who's Apex? He's the big money. You should see his wallet, man. He emptied my wallet out before he got paid.
Aaron Parker, the pressure washing business's most hated YouTuber.
Is it real?
The pressure washing industry.
We love
infamous.
Aaron. We love Aaron Parker. We've never said a bad word about Aaron.
We never talk about Aaron.
Wait, my fingers are crossed, so that didn't count. No. Aaron's a smart cat, man. Y'all need to listen to what that brother says. He's the real deal.
That's right. TJ's Life is Pie says, I posted Facebook offer up and let go. No bites yet. Should I go knock on doors?
Wait, repeat that?
He says I posted on Facebook offer up and let go. No bites yet. Should I go knock on doors?
You'll need one of these.
To sell a service?
Yeah.
I mean, knocking on doors. I'm not a big fan of knocking on doors right now and having a customer answer the door. I do feel that maybe slipping them a really nice, extremely high quality brochure would be prudent right now. If you're doing paper flyers, know that maybe 2 to 5% is going to even look at it, and maybe only one out of 10 was going to give you a call. So paper flyers is a number. That's a hard way to make it, but sometimes you can shake the bushes up and find a nice couple jobs there. Now, what I did in the past, I used to do windshield flyers. I would go to these hardware stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, and just put flyers on windshields. You know, that you can get a call, someone really upset with that. But you know what? You know, you're trying to provide for your family, so just go with it. Knocking on doors is good, but probably not right now. I would say, wouldn't y'all think a flyer just slipped on the door would probably be better?
Yeah, like a trifold or something.
Don't touch the mailbox.
Also, revise your strategy. I mean, you said you posted on Facebook, but that doesn't mean anything. And then, you know, what your offer up and let go posts, I would just revise them. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you have certain things within there. Watch some marketing videos. You know what I mean?
People's having luck with this Nextdoor app. I've never gotten into that, but the
Dude.
Nextdoor app is pretty
I know
tight.
some guys who've done big,
Really
numbers
big
on
money
next
Nextdoor.
door. Yeah.
That might be something I can look into, but we stay so busy now, you know.
Yeah.
GoBro says Jacob just let one rip. LOL.
Did it really?
No.
Man, don't say that.
he said,
No, sir.
he said, look at that grin while smelling the air freshener.
I was messing around.
Bro, GoBro's funny as fuck.
I know, he's always got some good ones. Man, we're gonna have to meet up for lunch one day.
I know, bro. Fuck. Aaron says flyers get you sandwiches.
Hey, man, I've been hungry ever since we left Southeast down there.
Oh, Dirty House Thug says, hell yes, Aaron has it figured out. Y'all's commercial shows up at the beginning of everyone else's videos. So me and Aaron are running an ad for our course right now. And I guess it's running on top of people's videos. That's fucking awesome.
Dang.
Got that double stack sandwich money.
And then Bright Touch Exterior Cleaning says, Apex trying to trigger you, Aaron.
Apex.
Bro, why you going after Aaron like that,
I
dog?
have no quarrel with Mr. Lean and Mean himself.
Man, that dude works out.
Yeah, he does, bro. You better watch out, bro.
I work out too.
Let's see what we got. TC's Power Blaster. Sup, guys? Billy, I need help. I'm gonna be calling soon.
All right, man, I'm here.
Okay, thank y'all for the tips, says TJ. I get a lot of work off of Nextdoor, says Dirty House Thug. I wish I could drive down to y'all all the way in Rhode Island.
Oh, that's a long ride there.
That's a trip, boy.
Guys, don't forget about the yard signs, man. Look, I can't stress enough. You put out yard signs in the right place, you might go take them up so you can get a break. Like,
Right.
I got, like, I've been tracking this 1 yard sign. We just did the white fence job that was $2,500. What?
Right.
Dude,
How much did you? Yeah, it was $2,500.
yeah.
So that 1 yard sign got us. We knocking at least 20, 21.
Numbers off a little $2 sign.
Yeah, it's just where
Right.
it's all about the placement.
So basically, go check out Billy Davidson resource page. You can buy that video for $100. I got guys that are buying the course and doing crazy numbers with Facebook advertisements. So if you spent $100 with Billy, $299 on the course of millionaire, that's $400 invested. You know, how much money are you wasting right now by trying different strategies out that aren't proven? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's such a no-brainer. I know sometimes it sounds like a good bit of money, and it is, but the upside of it could be like, I hate even talking about it, but your wallet's so thick you can't even close it. You know, just what, $100. You ever had customers? I mean, you can't even fold your wallet. You know, this is the real deal. I mean, you can really make some serious money with it.
Right.
But I mean, there are some guys out there that just can't do it. I think there is a value in doing the things that are absolutely free things. Like I see some guys that don't have work, but they also don't have no signs on their truck. And I'm like, hey man, that would be the first thing I did before I bought my pressure washer. I'd buy my signs. Like seriously, get signs on your vehicle. Keep some business cards on you. If you don't have business cards on you, man, if somebody walks up, then what?
Right.
What you gonna do? Scratch out your name on a piece of paper?
Exactly.
That don't work.
So we got a couple other questions here. Big Daddy Z wants to know heavy oil spots, how to remove them.
Heavy oil spots, man. Get you a good degreaser. I think there's one that someone sent me a sample pack called Gold Assassin. Badass, really, really good. Another thing you need to do all spots is let your customer know that the all stain is most likely permanent. And sometimes they don't want to hear that, but you have to be truthful with them. These all stains that have been there for years has penetrated that concrete, especially hydraulic oil and hot hydraulic oil, dripped on concrete. Concrete soaks it up like a sponge. Now, over the period of time, that all can get a buildup on it. That's what we call the all buildup. We'll let our customers know, whether it's commercial or residential, that we can take that all buildup off, lighten up that stain, but it's highly likely that stain's going to be visible. To make that stain disappear, you would have to use extremely harsh chemicals. I'm not going to talk about it on here for obvious reasons. I won't be held liable. But those extremely harsh chemicals can also damage the concrete. So oftentimes when you got some all stains like that, you need to let your customer know that you can't get them up 100%. Now, here comes an upsell. Let's say it's in someone's garage. Let's say it's in someone's driveway. Depending on their HOA regulations and rules, or if they live out in the country, you can restain, you can but you can stain or seal that driveway to hide that nasty oil spill. And that would be a good upsell. That might be something you want to look into. Obviously, you'd have to get with your local paint distributor, find out what the appropriate products to use, because there's a ton of them out there. There's latex, there's all bases, there's epoxies, there's stains, there's paints. You know, you have to look at it, a whole gambit of products, learn about it, and once you learn about it, that's almost a brand new business that you're starting. You can start upselling these customers like very easy and make some real serious money doing it.
Bingo. One guy says, is there any way to video call Billy? I need him to look at something on my setup.
Probably maybe a little bit later.
Would that be something for the hotline that you're
That could be. We want to start, we're working on the details, so pretty soon, guys, we're gonna have a 24-hour emergency hotline pressure washing help service. It will be for a fee. Jacob will be getting the money, so don't hate on me. I like my sleep. So Jacob will be answering the phone. We're just trying to structure how much. We're going to try to be as generous as possible, but also compensate Jacob for waking up in the middle of the night or whatever. So, you know, this is going to be something, maybe a 15-20 minute interviews, phone calls, try to hold down the prices best we can. But we're going to be able to cover if you need some help quoting a job, if you have some minor equipment or troubles, if you run across something that you're just afraid of and you need that lifeline to reach out for. Look, I swear, I wish I would have had someone when I first started. I had nobody to call. You know, 2:30 a.m. in the morning, something pops loose on your pressure washer. You have no idea what it is. Water squirting out of it, and you just basically just want to run and hide. But having that guy to reach out to that could be there with you, walk you through it. Now, I'm sure Jacob's not going to be able to fix every situation, but there's a lot of situations he can. He's been on hundreds and hundreds, if not even thousands of jobs with me already in the last 3 years, because we do such a massive amount of jobs each year. He gets to see a lot in a 12-month period. He gets to see us interact with our equipment, different stains on buildings, and he's even getting pretty good at pricing too. So I've been letting him loose on some jobs to price out.
And in extreme cases, I will refer to Billy's
Yeah, in
judgment.
extreme cases on some pricing where there may be some serious money in play, he's going to refer to me. May not be right there on the spot, but probably within the next day or so. So if that's something y'all might be interested in, that 24-hour hotline emergency call line, let us know, because we don't want to get all this going if y'all don't think it'll help you. But if it can help you, we definitely want to put in the time and energy to get that taken care of.
Right. H2O Home Improvement says spent 120 in yard signs and I've made 4,500 on them.
Yeah.
And you get referrals and repeat customers.
All the time. Repeat customers, man, that's a free, I think Cody was speaking about it today. Keep those customers in your database, wherever your database is. Justin, you know a little bit about CRMs a little bit. That's a good way to keep up with them.
Absolutely. If you guys want to invest in a good CRM, If you go on my channel, I actually have a free 2-week trial. If you click on my videos, go to the description, you can find it there. It'll just give you a good taste of CRM. Basically what it is you just keep all your customers in one spot. That way you can follow up with them. Basically, that way you're not losing your customer base.
That's right. That's right. And I'll tell you what I did when I first started out. There was no such thing as Google and YouTube and all that. I would take copies of my customer's check. I'd run, back then it was Albertsons. It was like 5 cents a copy. I would take 5 or 6 checks, line them up, and hit print, and have 5 or 6 checks on a sheet of paper. And what that per customer's check did, it let me know their name, let me know the address, and usually their phone number was on there as well back in those days. But in addition, it would let me know how much I charged that customer and the date. Okay, so we would file these checks away, thousands of them, and when we first started. And I would get a customer call back, or I would go back and file them from January to February to March, like in a calendar and a filing cabinet. And every beginning of every month, I'd go check like February's. I pull all of February's checks out of there, look at them, start calling my customers. 2 things this did. I'm not saying to go do this by hand because it was hard work, but keeping that price that you charge the customer and proof of that price. There's so many customers. Let's say if I charge $400 to wash their house and driveway, next year I go back, they try to say I charge $275 after I done did the work. Like I'm knocking on the door to get paid. Hey, Miss Jones, we got everything taken care of. We're gonna just let you know we're about to roll out. If you want to cut us a check, that'd be great. And she says, okay, I'll go grab you a check now. And we assuming she remembers we charge $400. And it's not nothing bad on the customer. Sometimes they get dozens of things done each year around the house. They can't remember what everybody charged. So she comes out with a check for $275. And I'm, oh, Miss Jones, last year it was at $400. We're not going up on you this year, but we do need to still charge you $400. And she may say, well, no, I only paid you $275. And instead of having this confrontation with Mrs. Jones in her front porch with a cat running out the door, you can say, look, here's a copy of the check from last year. That's happened to me many times. Now, usually what I do, I had that copy of the check as soon as I knocked on the door. Hey, Miss Jones, we got everything finished up. I was to give you a copy of the check from last year. We hadn't went up on our prices, or I might say, hey, we went up on our prices a little bit to kind of cover some extra costs. It's an extra $15 if that's okay. That way, that confrontation has never been had. CRMs, I think, can do the same thing. If Justin, maybe you speak to that. Yep. Is there any way you can take an image of a payment or?
Yeah, I mean, so basically once you've done a sale within the CRM, the sale lives there forever. So you just need to look back up what we're going to do is we're going to build out a CRM, basically how it works. I don't utilize it as much in my business. I just keep all these customers in one central location. That way, if I ever do need new leads, I can go back in time and kind of figure it out. But Aaron uses a lot. He uses it very effectively as well. His quotes are put together very well.
Yes, I've seen some of them. They're great.
They're like multifaceted. He's got like before and after pictures. He's got testimonials. He's got everything within the quote. Not to mention he's got stuff on the back end to where once he finishes a job, it asks the customer, were you satisfied with. Okay, it looks like we're back on. So if for whatever reason they click the no button, it prompts them with something like, let us know what happened, we'd love to fix it. But if they click the yes button, it sends them the links to all Aaron's stuff so he can get reviews on everything.
Get the 5 stars right there.
Right, so it's like, yeah, he's got a map. And Aaron's CRM has it to where he can organize by the last time he serviced a client. Mix his clients to where it's the ones that were serviced last pop up first, and he can select who he wants and sends out automated emails to them.
I think that's genius, man. You can really start to bring in the reviews. And guys, listen, reviews drives sales.
Absolutely.
There's no other way to say it. If you got 10 reviews versus 100 reviews, the 100 reviews is going to get 5 times more sales than the 10 reviews, guys.
Right.
And I think that's genius what Aaron's done. And guys, I don't know if y'all ever talked to Aaron Parker on the phone. I spent a few hours with him here and there on the phone. He's a 30-year-old man with a 70-year-old wisdom. I'm telling you, you talk to this guy, he's got it together. I even asked him, I says, dude, where'd you learn all this? You know, like,
Right.
you go to college, but he's very well read, and he's tried these methods and they work. And just customer retention is so important, because let's just say you make the mistake and sign up on what's that, home advisor stuff?
Yeah, home advisor.
So what's those leads cost? $30, $40, $50 a lead? A lead. So if you can get a lead otherwise through yard signs, through other types of marketing, like Justin's got this guy getting these leads for $1 basically.
Right.
Man, and you keep those customers in that CRM. You constantly drip on them. You send them happy holiday messages or just whatever you want to do, really. That's your customer retention right there. Each customer is worth at least that $30, $40, $50 that would cost you to replace that customer, if that makes sense.
Right, absolutely. Okay, let's go through the comments. We got some more comments in here. Hey, Mr. Davidson, just found your channel through Jason Gaiman. Just want to say thanks for showing everybody the obstacles are inevitable, but failure is always optional. Keep doing what you do.
Who was that said that?
Jason Hoofner.
Jason, welcome aboard, man. We definitely appreciate you coming aboard. I hope you subscribe to us. That way you can see other content that we putting out. I'm happy I've earned your attention, and I'm going to do my best to keep your attention.
Right. Bright Touch Exterior Cleaning said CRM is major. I was the office manager for a skylight company, so CRM is my strong suit.
Yes, definitely. CRMs. CRMs could be like in a day. My CRM was analog, pen and paper, but now it's all digital. Take advantage of that. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. The wheel has been invented. We know this wheel turns money over. Hop on it. Don't try to reinvent it. You might can tweak it once you get in it to customize it for your own personal use. But for the most part, just get there and get it.
Benoit's Washing says spend $2 in Facebook ads like Justin talks about in 0 to 7K and got a $500 roof wash.
Wow,
Not
$2,
bad.
huh?
Not bad.
Not bad at all day long, baby, huh?
I gotta screenshot that real
You need to
quick.
teach me what you're doing, Justin. He won't even teach me. We're on an 8-hour drive. I said, man, show me your Facebook.
I can't give away the secret.
I told him he ain't eating until we get his secrets. we
Yeah, sandwich
ain't gonna
money,
stop. We ain't gonna get no sandwich unless he tells us the secrets.
Let's see what else we got.
Coming from a guy that made $500 in a week at his old job, make $500 in a day, that's a good feeling, man.
Yeah.
It's like $450 net, after, gas, lunch, SH.
Yeah,
That's pretty damn good.
All Season Pressure Washing says y'all must be coming through Alabama still. Their football and cell service sucks.
Oh man. I'm not a huge football fan. I enjoy it. I actually enjoy the social event versus the game. I like just getting a bunch of friends together. Of course, the game can get interesting, but we from Louisiana, so we'll party for anything, whether it's a football game. It could be a solar. I remember the last solar eclipse we had like 50 people over, so we'll find any reason to throw down.
Right. Let's see if we got anything else. Working on, Jason Hoofner said, yeah, subscribed. Working on getting the phone to ring, signs, flyers next door, walking in and talking face to face.
Yep.
He said he's a paramedic right now, so talking to people is life or death sometimes.
Yeah, cool. And that's the same thing I teach in my Sonic course. We can give you the information to go out and bid it properly, give it the proper price, who to speak to, exactly what words to say to that person, the frequency of cleaning. But it boils down to when you come face to face with that person, you don't need to be a nervous wreck. I know you got to try to pull through. You need to try to practice with it, practice on family members. So that person-to-person interaction is very powerful, but you need to get good at it before you just go for a big one. At least try to practice that pitch, get it down. Because inevitably you get in front of somebody. I'm the same way. I've been doing this for a long time. Half the stuff I wanted to tell them goes out the window. So, but all the other ones, boots on the ground, is a really good idea. And also, I think just posting in your personal Facebook page is good. But I know a guy out of Baton Rouge, real good dear friend of mine. He's got a soft washing business. That's pretty much all he does every day. He posts before and after pictures, and people start sharing it. So, personal Facebook page is a really good way to pick up some extra work.
Absolutely. No new questions yet, so I don't know if you want to talk about something else or what.
We could talk about. Let's talk about Apex.
Apex pressure washer in the house, baby.
In the house.
Man, on the come up, yeah. So like one of the rising stars in the pressure washing industry, you know, not to be too conceited.
Me
but,
or you?
Oh, you for sure, but me, you know, I'm coming up, man.
One day I want to make it big in pressure washing.
Yeah.
One of these days.
One of these days.
This man over here, you're like the Neil deGrasse Tyson of pressure washing, man. You know things.
Just wash that tree.
Dude, you want to talk about who needs to start a channel, bro? Hamid needs to start a channel out there killing
I
it.
know, yeah. Hamid would be good for it.
Yeah,
like
We ought to bring Hamid on that thing I did with Jason, like an interview or something.
yeah,
interviews are good.
H2O Home Improvement says, Billy, do you ever see yourself coming off the truck and semi-retiring?
I'm actually starting to come off the truck a little bit. You know, slowly but surely. Sometimes it's only half of a shift. Sometimes it's for the entire shift. But yeah, I do see me coming off it a little bit more in the near future, slowly but surely. It's really hard to give up that that spot out there because I'm like OCD about getting everything perfect, rinsing, you know, making sure everything's nice and done nice. And but yeah, to answer your question, I'm starting to come off the truck a little bit and starting to do a little bit more teaching on the phone, and you know, just that one-on-one interaction. I feel that like if you can watch some video training, but also we can talk for even 10-15 minutes on the phone. We can talk about a lot of stuff in a short time, and sometimes questions come up that you would have if it's just video training. You don't have a chance to ask me. So I'm starting to come off the truck a little bit more. So guys, if y'all want to continue that, keep booking some of those calls with me, and that way I don't have to go get wet every night.
There you go. Boom. Big Daddy Z said, real estate groups worth joining and promoting in? ?
Real estate agents is not, in my opinion, the best place to market your business. It never hurts. If you got the spare time, definitely do it. But yeah, I think real estate agents for the most part are really worried about that sale quickly, and they probably really not worried about power washing. And it's not to be said you can't get work there, but I wouldn't put too many eggs in that basket.
Yeah.
Sweet. Hamid says soon. He's gonna be making a channel soon. GoBro7 says rookie of the year.
Go for it, man.
Talking about Apex pressure washing.
Hey, I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
I started with 0 subscribers. I've got, last time I checked, it was 170. I post content. I try to do daily, if not every other day, or at least weekly. Every week you will get a video
Get
in your
something.
inbox if you have those notifications turned on. And
I think he would be so good at making repairs, how to pull the plugs, how to, you know.
oh yeah, I could definitely do some technical videos on pressure washing, and I actually had to do a repair on my 8-gallon per minute
So
machine.
let's
recently.
give an update. Where are we at now? Are we still in Alabama? Can't be, you know.
Yeah, we're about 93 miles from our next transition. So
Dang. So we either in Alabama or Mississippi, one of them.
we are getting close to the Mississippi State line.
Lord, we better get our mask out. Louisiana's tough on the mask, man.
They
Everywhere
are.
you go, you
That's
got.
something we noticed up here in Alabama. They're
Alabama was tougher than Louisiana, I feel
Right.
like.
I don't know. Every time-
Maybe not. Some places weren't.
Dude, I mean, if they give you crap, just put your shirt up over your nose, you'll be fine. You know, they'll let you in.
We don't mess with masks around here.
Freaking Aaron, he done what he want. He don't care.
Aaron done jumped off, huh?
Yeah.
Aaron probably in bed already.
Yeah, Aaron's probably sleepy.
Probably smoking a Cuban, just making one of his vlogs, you know, out by the fireplace.
Hamid says more experts need to follow in your footsteps, Billy, and teach the next generation to be entrepreneurs.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all about it. I'm not a super religious guy, but the Bible says to whom much is given, much is expected. and I think we all need to follow that mindset. Don't be so greedy. Don't be so scarcity in your mindset. Reach out to some of your competitors in your area. You don't have to give them all your secrets, but at least be on first name basis with them, because one day you might need their help. We always need our competitors' help. Sometimes I just a guy that watches our channel lives nearby, and there was a job that somebody needed done. I couldn't get to it, so I shot him over the guy's name and number. He went and did it, and that's great. I'm glad he was able to make that money.
Absolutely. Somebody said my 4 GPM will not work with a buffer tank.
Yeah, unfortunately, it probably won't. Yeah, most cases you're not going to get it to work. You could put a little 12-volt pump in between the tote and the pressure washer. Of course, you're going to have a battery there to power it up, or either try to get a pump that will siphon out of a buffer tank.
Long stroke pump. Yep.
Yeah, like a long stroke pump. And they do got them out there. I mean, but not all pumps will siphon out of a buffer tank. They need that static water hose
Some
pressure.
of the cat pumps.
Some of the cat pumps will siphon. I found it's like those square-headed pumps. I don't know what the name of those. They're a little bit. I think they're the DX versions. But don't hold me to that. You got to check with the specs on that pump, because it'll tell you on there it needs 45 psi to operate properly, but then it's not going to pull off of a buffer tank.
Right. And then Jade Miller says real estate agents pay for stuff out of their pocket, so they're cheap.
Very cheap, yeah. They want the $99 guy, more like the $49 guy. So
That ain't
real estate, like I said, real estate agents, don't write them off completely, but maybe go after a certain niche market in the real estate. Like if you want to go after commercial properties, or either after very high-end homes. But as far as your little cookie cutter homes and some of these subdivisions, I don't think it's really worth the time. It could be wrong, but that's just my opinion.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but if they have like a house that they're trying to close, they have to close it. That gives you a little bit of leverage as far as pricing goes. Within reason.
Yeah, just a little. It depends on how ambitious they are to get that roof cleaned or get that driveway done.
TJ wants to know what's your YouTube channel, Jacob.
Apex Pressure Washing.
Go subscribe, like and subscribe, please.
Well, guys, I need to get off of here. I got a couple calls to make, and maybe grab us a sandwich somewhere.
Yeah, we need a good sandwich,
I'm
bro.
hungry.
We're out here getting, we ain't getting a super chat.
Man,
so
I need to get paid from somebody so I can get me a sandwich.
Right.
Dinner's on y'all tonight.
Dinner's on me.
Sweet.
Man, dinner's on me. We're going to be eating bubble gum.
Dinner's always on Billy. We appreciate you guys for hopping in here with us and asking some good questions.
Yeah, we're going to try to do this every so often when we have some time. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit a thumbs up on this. Leave a comment below. I'll be reading the comments here in a little bit once I get back home. And so we'll be in touch, guys. Anyway, y'all be safe. Again, I'm here, Billy Davison Pressure Wash Painting. We got Justin with Forever Self-Employed.
That's how I get that money, baby.
And we got Jacob with Apex Pressure Washing, all in the house, guys. We love y'all. Y'all be safe. And we'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, boys.